through the night. Our next fight is in the flyweight division. Gianni Subba, who we've seen before, finishing a fight in devastating fashion against Saiful Merican.
Being in the cage is definitely an experience. If you're not a fighter, you're not going to experience that. You feel like you're in the zone. It's just you and the guy, and you hear the crowd, but you don't see anything else but your opponent. It's an addictive feeling, definitely.
What I know from the last fight, Gianni is fast, he's strong, he's young, so I already trained hard. We already have planned, and I think I know how to handle him in the cage. I call a vampire for a reason. With this fight, Gianni will find out why people call me a vampire.
I think it's a great nickname. I don't think a lot of people have the vampire as a nickname. His style of fighting is good. He's aggressive. He comes in a lot. I think that'll work in my favor because I'm a counter guy. I counter more, but I'm aggressive too. So I'll definitely look for the counter.
This is my first debut in ONE FC that I'm going to show my fans. I'm going to show ONE FC that I can fight. So that's why I need to win more.
I want to win this fight because it'll definitely put me a step ahead towards fighting for the ONE FC flyweight title.
I think experience is going to make a difference in this fight. I got more experience in my fight, and the experience you can't learn anywhere. You only got when you fight.
I think what's going to make a difference in this fight is definitely the whole package, the whole aspect of MMA. I'll definitely showcase it. I don't think he has what he can handle, what I can bring to the cage. I'll show it.
To beat me, we have to train really hard to get ready because this fight is not going to be easy for him.
What is it going to take for him? A miracle. It's going to take a miracle for Saiful Vampire to beat me.
We will fight it out.
We're gonna double your fun tonight, Malaysia. 2 homeboys in the second match in the blue corner from Malaysia. Giani Subba.
We've seen Gianni Subba before in the ONE FC cage, and what a debut that was. A devastating knockout that involved a single punch to the head and then a soccer kick finish. Really just lit up the arena.
It's hard to tell when a guy comes out so tenacious like that. He can either be a complete beast and just that's how he rolls, or it could have just been one of those lucky punches.
Lucky shot, yeah.
You really can't tell, but I think after the fight tonight, we're going to be able to get a really solid gauge on where Giani Subba fits into the ONE FC landscape here.
And I think part of the reason for that is that his opponent is very, very well-versed in Muay Thai. So he can stand up. He's seen punches come at him before. We'll talk a little bit more about Saiful Merican's Muay Thai record in a moment, but let's just take a look at Gianni Subba for now. 20 years old then. This is his second mixed martial arts fight. 1 meter 75 centimeters tall. Good-looking young man.
And he actually took his last fight on short notice, too.
Yes, he did.
So he didn't have a lot of time. That may have been part of the game plan. Go out there and bring it early. Either way, it was really impressive, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Gianni puts those hands to work tonight.
Well, he's got fast hands. He's been preparing with the Phuket top team alongside Adam Kayu, who's already made quite a big name for himself in ONE FC.
In the red corner from Malaysia, Saiful Vampire Merican.
about this for an entrance? Saiful Merican. Let's just see how this develops.
That's a crazy entrance. Reminds me of the old Jason Mayhem Miller Pride days.
Nicknamed the Vampire. I mentioned briefly his experience in the Muay Thai world. He has a record, a Muay Thai record, of 94, 16, and 13. That's a lot of fights and a very impressive win percentage.
It is, and also a lot of the guys that get started in Muay Thai, whether it's in Thailand or Malaysia, anywhere here in Pacific Rim, they start fighting so young that by the time they're 19 and 20, they've had 75, 80 fights. It's crazy. You look at the U.S., you know, there's a handful of pro boxers that have had over 25 fights by the time they're, 30. And, you know, that puts you in there and has, once you're under that pressure and you're used to getting punched and you're used to having that tenacious mindset, it's easy to push forward. And he's going to be really comfortable when he gets in here against Gianni.
Well, I make that 123 Muay Thai fights he's had. His first fight was at the age of 12, and he's 24 years old now. So he's been fighting professionally, as it were, for half his life already. Still only a very young man.
You know, and it's funny, too, because Gianni didn't feel like Merican's hands were that good. I don't know how you can have 120 Muay Thai fights and not respect the heck out of someone's hands, but we're going to find out if that's the case or not in a few seconds here. You know what I love about MMA?
Tell me.
Everything.
All right then, 4 years the difference. Merican, the senior of the two, but he's giving away 8 centimeters in height. This is Malaysia against Malaysia.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight is 3 rounds of 5 minutes each in the 1FC catch weight of 59 kilograms. And it's brought to you by Star. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing at 175 centimeters and weighing in at 59 kilograms with a professional record of 1 win and no losses. Fighting out of Monarchy MMA and Phuket top team from Malaysia, Gianni Subba! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 167 centimeters tall and weighing in at 59 kilograms, making his professional MMA debut, fighting out of American Muay Thai from Malaysia, Saiful the Vampire Merican! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, referee Kunichi Serizawa.
Okay, no headbutting, no ground cut, no spine. Spine, sorry, okay? Shake hand, okay. Okay, go ahead. Let's go, Gianni.
The very beautiful Chia Lin Tai signaling that this is the first round of an all-Malaysian contest here at Putra Stadium in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Okay, ready, go!
Really excited to see if Giani Subba can live up to the hype that he created for himself in his debut.
You hear Gianni's corner yell, take the center right away.
This fight is brought to you by The Star, and we've got a takedown, have we, almost straight away? Not quite.
Nice double leg.
There it goes.
It's a very good double leg. Well, at least we know that Gianni's smart. He's able to get in there and take probably the safest route, not to stand there and test the hands too much. That was a nice double head in the center.
He had to persevere with it as well because Merican didn't go down easily.
Pop that elbow, baby! Get out, good! Explode!
Trying to pull that off.
Gianni's doing a good job of using the cage there. He has good ring presence. A lot of guys, when they get the takedown, they don't really think about smashing their opponent's head into that cage. And it's so uncomfortable when you're in that position with someone else's body weight grinding your head against that cage like that. It makes it very hard to work.
Another elbow! Yes! Another elbow! Another elbow!
A lot of these fighters are quite inexperienced in terms of cage fighting.
Pass is good!
said many times, that cage can either be your friend or your enemy. Oh, good right hand from Giani Subba.
This is a position that Merican's clearly not very versed in, is being on his back here. And if you had watched any tape on Gianni fight, he probably thought that Gianni was going to stand up with him for the most part. So he's already kind of giving Gianni his back a little bit. He needs to get that left arm that he's holding Gianni with back inside, start to recompose, get his back against the cage and stand back up.
Looking to bring the forearm down on his opponent's face there. Malaysia against Malaysia, remember this one. The crowd well invested in this.
Right into mount really easily.
Covers up well. Merican.
He's got to get out of there, because if he just takes too much punishment that's unanswered, the fight's going to get stopped. The referee is right over the action. He feels like he's in danger and he's not responding.
Thrusting those hips up as often as he can to try and destabilize Giani Subba.
Merican has to get those elbows down onto the hips of Subba to kind of work him down. You see that he's bumping his hips up, but Subba's so high up. Or he can just do that.
Or he could just do that. What a
Oh, he's
turnaround.
looking like he's in on an ankle lock here. He's got to split those legs and get his feet in a little deeper.
Oh, what tremendous action in this first round. We're halfway through.
Nice takedown again.
Pass is going right. Go pass right. Knee down.
Merican did what he needed to do and stood back up, but that was a really close situation. Can't take that much damage when he's being on top. I think Gianni's going to try to work back into mount here and start to work his right knee over the hip.
Always has been the question mark then about the ground game of Saiful Merican. He hasn't had the chance to stand up and show us what he can do with his extensive Muay Thai record.
He's just waiting. He's tired.
No holding, no holding.
Well, now we're going to get to see how Subba's guard is here. He's working kind of just in a little bit of a defensive posture, holding your opponent down like that. He's trying to prevent Merican from getting too much space and throwing down punches and getting the leverage behind him.
Listen to this crowd at Kuntra Stadium. We've got some super fans away to our left, and they're really getting behind these two. Saiful seems to be their favorite.
Not a lot of action here. The referee's probably going to stand them up if we don't see anything that's advancing position here. Subba's kind of just getting a chance to rest here. Merican's hips are pretty high. He needs to sit up, get some distance, and throw some punches or work to pass and improve his guard here.
Kenichi Serizawa is our referee. He does look poised. Oh, the knee to the buttock, to the base of the spine. Got an awful lot of leverage on that knee.
Subba's got a figure-4 body lock. Oh, he's working on a head and arm choke here. If he can hold that in nice and tight, he might be able to get a choke.
Didn't look quite tight enough, did it? Gave up on it in the end.
No, he's just being a little bit passive here, and you can tell that Merican doesn't have the best base. He's a little bit wide, a little bit high up. 10 seconds left in the round here. I think this may be how it ends out here.
Very, very tough first round for these two. Pretty much all of it on the canvas. Hard, hard work they had to exhibit there. Giani Subba is finding himself in a totally different battle.
Well, right away, Subba did a great job of closing the distance, getting ahead in double leg, turned the corner. It's really good drive. It shows a lot of good wrestlers when they get inside there. They drive through that takedown, and then he was able to move into mount. And even though he had his hips up really high, Merican was able to stake his feet in, get the reversal, missed the ankle lock attempt, but lots more fighting to come.
You look fantastic.
We made a bit of fuss. Let's just see if we can pick up what they're saying in the corner.
You look fantastic. Fantastic.
Again, one more. Let's stand up now. Last 20 seconds, let's stand up. You got this, baby. Let's show everybody why you're here. Okay? Why you're here.
We made a lot of fuss about his punching power based on his debut, but Giani Subba was a very successful high school wrestler in Hawaii, where he went to high school.
Ready?
Kenichi Serizawa gives us the beginning of round 2. Subba's
calling
complaining.
for timeout. I don't know what happened. All I saw is Subba give the timeout. I think his mouthpiece maybe came out.
Mouthpiece, okay.
Take a look here. Oh, you know what? I don't think he had his mouthpiece in, maybe. Either way, can't really call it your own timeouts in MMA.
Oh, this is the attack that Saiful Merican was looking at. The Muay Thai specialist, remember.
Subba got that back down right in time. He took a couple of big shots there. He looked a little bit rocked. Merican's really got to work on his wrestling defense. He has really good hands. He can put together some nice combinations there, but he gives up that takedown really easily.
Two young men keeping up a fast pace. Subba, 20 years old. Merican, 24.
Subba had a high school wrestling career, like you said, very successful wrestler, and he has the hands that can mix it up. But once he gets it to the ground here, he just needs to kind of work on either doing some ground and pound, staying busy, or looking to advance the action, whether that's passing guard or just causing some damage. One Fighting Championships, the way they score, obviously it's scored as a whole, so that damage is so key. Who looks to end the fight? Couple short elbows there. Gianni needs to posture up and create a little more space to get some leverage on those punches. That'd be a good time for Merican to put his feet on the hips, push off, and get to his feet.
Some very familiar faces from the Malaysian MMA scene in the corner of these two guys. Very vocal they are too.
Merican's got to be careful there. He keeps having his guard open. It's going to give Subba a lot of room to escape, a lot of room to maneuver.
Subba just created a little bit of room for himself to land a couple of punches there. And I spot a cut there just by the side of the right eye, Merican.
Ref's going to stand him back up again. Got to stay busy on the ground, and this is going to give Merican a good advantage here to throw off a few of those sick leg kicks.
Merican knows he's cut. He just dabbed at it with his right glove there, but it is to the side of the eye.
Nice front teep. That was laser beam precision. Subba looks a little hesitant. It looks like he's trying to time that shot. It's a nice leg kick. Not a nice solid kick. Oh! Merican had the right idea there. Push off the hips and create some space.
Not sure that he intended to go to the ground there. He just saw himself go off balance as he unleashed the third of those kicking combinations.
Good boy.
Merican with his back to the canvas, open mouth, starting to look tired. There was an element of desperation about those kicking attacks early in this round. I wonder if he is the one that's going to suffer in terms of cardio earlier.
Just Subba moves into mount really easily. Merican really needs to work on some of his jiu-jitsu. He's just giving up this position. That's a nice high mount. You see when Subba's up nice and high like that, all that bucking, which is the right thing to do, is that Merican's trying to get him off the hips, but it's really difficult. He's isolating the arms, armbar.
Here we go.
That's deep.
Is he tapped out? Yes, he does. Jason made the point that he was nice and high in that mount, so that bucking of the hips couldn't really create the desired effect, and it allowed Subba to move into position to generate the armbar, and it wasn't long there before Merican decided that tapping out was his best option. A beaten man with a cut to the side of his face, but it's that man, the 20-year-old, who extends his ONE FC record to 2-0.
There was a nice high mount here by Subba, and when you're in a high mount like that, It makes it hard for your opponent to buck you off, and it isolates those arms. It gives you a short distance to go. That's just beautiful right there. Good extension all the way through the hips. That's called tap a snap. Subba's shown that not only is he versatile on his feet, he's got some good wrestling, and young guy gonna have a good career ahead of him.
Yeah, it's impressive to show two very diverse ways of finishing his two contests in ONE FC.
Hands up, baby. Hands up.
Encouraged by his cornermen to show himself to the crowd.
Congratulations, Gianni.
I think we'll be seeing him again.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kenichi Serizawa calls a halt to this bout at 4 minutes, 8 seconds of round number 2 for your winner via submission, via armbar, fighting out of the blue corner, Gianni Subba!
This is a really good fight. You can see that Subba had eaten a couple of leg kicks there. Got the takedown. Merican almost was able to do what he needed to and kick him off and get to his feet. But at the end of the day, Subba came out with a nice armbar submission. Sets it up beautifully. Swings that right leg around. Secures the arm nice and high. Hips are in deep. Nice Juji Katami.
Giani Subba now has a ONE FC record of 2-0. Look forward to seeing him again.